Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to be going over a VOD of my Leblanc versus a Yasuo in Smurf queue. I ended up winning the laning phase very hard, and the Yasuo ended up AFKing in base. Starting into the match, I started Corrupting Potion, and I went Time Warp Tonic and Electrocute. Notice how at the beginning I'm going to posture pretty aggressively against Yasuo. I'll try to step up when possible, try to pop his shield whenever it's up. Auto him when I can, but make sure to get as much farm as I can as well. Last hit, last hit. Then when I have nothing to last hit, I play up. Very aggressive, go for the auto, get a shield, walk back when I take minion aggro. Take the last hit, and then I can start playing aggressive again because there's no farm to get. He's probably going to go for this farm when it gets low so I can go in. And right here, I take my E level 2 because I know I can go for an all-in. I can chain him, auto him down with Corrupting Potion, and with the Corrupting Pot charge ticking on him, so I do a lot more damage than he expects. So to watch that again quickly, so the reason I knew I would be able to do this is on this minion, the first minion here that dies for me, I'm going to get level 2. So right here, I get level 2. I immediately start walking forward and immediately level E. And I could either chain here immediately because I already know he's level 1, so he doesn't have E because he started Q. So I could just chain, but that also means he could sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. It's hard to guarantee where he's going to walk. So I'd choose to go for a W first. He could also immediately flash my chain, but what I do is I go for a W, auto him a couple times, and then I go for an E, ignite, auto, and I W back during that point so I can kite him around so I can auto him and he can't do any damage to me. So to watch this again, I pop a shield earlier, I auto, W, auto, get my electrocute. I land my E point blank on him. So here's where I originally distortioned. What Yasuo should try to do in blue is try to kite and walk with me back to my original distortion, so that way if I do W back, he's within range to auto me and not going to just get kited out. But what I do, which is really smart, is I continue to walk up this way, away from my distortion and away from his tower and away from the minions, so that he has a choice to make. Is he going to walk with me up here and be screwed if I go back to my distortion, or is he going to walk back to my distortion and I just don't take it and then it gets screwed? So again, to recap that, Yasuo should try to kite back towards my distortion so I can't kite him around, and I should try to walk away from my distortion so if he walks toward my distortion, I just don't take it, and if he walks with me, I can just take it and kite him out. And then from here, it's just as simple as auto attack, ignite, make sure my Corrupting Potion's going so I get the extra burn damage just to make sure. I end up walking in melee range here just to make sure I get the kill in case he flashes away. But then I just try to get the wave in real quick, and then I reset. So right here, you notice I type in chat, can gank mid after red buff. My Lee Sin's doing red. The wave is coming in. I can easily set up a freeze right here because there's 3 minions here from the last wave and the other 6 on top of that. Great spot. Really easy to gank a Yasuo, and letting my jungler know that it's gankable will just help him out a little bit. 4 minions actually. But Yasuo goes for a very aggressive E here onto me, and so I just immediately follow it up with a chain. And then I W away so I can continue kiting him out and not get autoed and not get hit by anything. So after the chain here, I can just keep autoing him. He's taking a lot of minion aggro here too from all of these minions. Notice how they're hitting him. And I'm able to auto him while he can't auto me. I go back to my W here because that way I don't get hit by his tornado. And he's still tanking a lot of minion aggro here, even though I'm getting hit by him and his autos do more than mine. He's taking minion aggro, and I have a lot more sustain since I have Corrupting Potion to his only 1 health potion. I cancel a few autos and I miss cannon, which is really bad. What I should have done is just wait for my cooldowns again or flash away to kite him out a bit better, and I end up dying here. I underestimated his lethal tempo damage and I should have just flashed or waited for my cooldowns. There was nothing he could do. But if we go back here, right here, I dodge his NATO. I don't cancel my autos there. I just take the trade as this and I go for this minion here. I have my abilities coming up. I already told Lee that he can come mid. He's low. He has to reset pretty soon because he's really low. He's at high stacks of lethal tempo too. So all I need to do is just play this slow and there's nothing really he can do, but instead I don't expect him to be able to eat into melee range of me. He's able to do a lot of damage immediately. And I die because of it. If I just played a little bit safer and a little bit slower for my cooldowns to come up, I would have been able to 1v1 him there. Or I would have just been able to collect the wave and then kill him later. Or just deny him a lot of farm. So coming back into lane here, the wave is pushing into Yasuo because I have more minions. I don't really want to do too much right now. And then I can dive him, poke him under tower. I end up getting traded on here and I miss my chain and W defensively. However, because he takes a lot of minion aggro, it ends up a bit favorable. However, that was just a bad trade. Noticing here that Lee Sin is pinging that he's on the way. Again, the best way to beat Yasuo is he's really easy to gank. He has no mobility. So I see that Lee Sin's coming here, and I know it's a free kill if I can land my chain on him, because then Lee Sin can land his Q. We know Yasuo has no W. He has no wind wall because he used it in that last trade there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up and I'm going to E-flash over his minion, so he's not going to expect it right when he's going to want to go for the cannon. Notice how I start charging my E while he's going for the cannon, while the cannon's in front of me, because this is blocking it, so he thinks he's safe, right? Notice how I start channeling my chain here while my minion is getting low, so he's going to start walking forward. There's his cannon minion is right in front of me, so he thinks he's safe, but he's not, because I'm going to E and then immediately flash. So I'm going to land right here, and then my chain is going to go and hit him, and then there's nothing he can do to survive when Lee Sin comes and ganks. Notice how he just dies. And to be honest, I probably don't even need Lee Sin there. I get a huge trade-off without it, but then I blow my flash, and Yasuo's already upset about the lane. Then at this point I can stay and get a plate. I can do what I want, but it's still relatively early into the game. There's still a lot of plating, so I end up just trying to reset, and he misses a lot of minions there. Fast forwarding later, when I get back to lane, you can see the wave is pushing into me, so I can set up a freeze around here. I can stop him from crashing, go for some nice trades on him, or I can try to get Lee Sin to come and gank again. But there's not too much I can do. The wave's a little bit big. He has wind wall up. He ends up not using it, so I just go for a quick little trade on him while he pushes to get the wave in. And now he's forced to reset again. So right here, my goal is to try to create a big wave and harass Yasuo under tower. I just went and got vision, so I want to deny him as much of this farm as possible. However, this Lee Sin pings he's on the wave, or he's on the way. I type dive, so we're on the same page. We're going to just dive him and try to deny him as much of this farm as possible. And we just immediately kill him. Nothing he can do. I miss spells, and it's extremely simple. And now Yasuo, on top of missing that earlier wave, he misses all of this, and he says I'm in base. He AFKs after this, and the game is won. I can see that this was a lot easier because I had a Smurf jungler. He has a Smurf queue, and he was also willing to dive and play around the Yasuo, knowing that LeBlanc is easy to gank for, and that it's easy to gank a Yasuo. However, I was able to solo kill him. I was able to take a lot of good trades that even if the Lee Sin didn't come to help me kill the Yasuo, I would have been in a winning, in a favorable position, up farm, and denied him a lot of farm and experience. I hope this helps you with the Leblanc versus Yasuo matchup in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.